Well, all right, welcome Disney friends. Welcome to WDW Parkhoppers live, and
which means no do-overs,
no do-overs,
no retakes,
no givesies, backsies,
and no bleeping. So really sorry about that one, Mom.
Try not to cuss.
Yeah.
Damn it. All right, my name is Parkhopper John.
I'm Parkhopper Sid.
We are WDW Parkhoppers. You can find out more about us over at WDWParkhoppers.com. You can also find us on the Facebook, on the Instagram. You can find us on Twitter. We don't spend as much time on Twitter as we used to.
It's not the Twitter?
Oh, yeah, it's the Twitter.
Okay, the
Twitter.
Twitter.
At WDW Parkhoppers. Remember, that's got an S on the end of it, not like that other guy. Anyway, very excited that you are here tonight. I'm almost giddy.
Giddy?
I am literally almost giddy because we are Wednesday, Thursday. We are 3 days away, 2 days and a couple hours away.
From what, John?
From our awesome Bay Lake Tower weekend.
Woo! All right, see, we're dressed.
Yeah, we are. We've got matchy Bay Lake Tower shirts. Thank you to the Disney by the Numbers T-shirt Club. On Saturday, this coming Saturday, we're going to be having and hosting our annual meetup at Bay Lake Tower. And that's going to be from 1 to 3. And that's going to be not only WDW Parkhoppers.
No.
Disney by the Numbers. WDW Tiki Room, Dining at Disney, and mainly the Disney Parks podcast that I do with my buddy Tony Casanova. We're all going to be housed in the same place. We're going to be throwing a big party on Saturday from 1 to 3. And you are invited if you want to. You can.
I do have to say, our version of a big party, drastically different than it probably was 25 years ago. Let's just say.
Yeah, let me put it to you like this. We already have signed up. I think Tony said we have about 20 people signed up. Plus, I know of about 4 more that are possibly coming. That's just for the party. And then the after party that is not open to the public, we've got about 37 people coming. So we're trying to fit about 40 people into a Bay Lake Tower grand villa. So
there will be no hanging from the chandeliers or the ceiling fans.
I can make no guarantees. But if you would like to join us, you are more than welcome to come over to Facebook.com/WDW Parkhoppers and then find the events tab, and then you can click there. It does cost $5, but that is just to cover snacks and drinks to offset some of that. It's costing way more to do this event. And it's also to just kind of get a head count. So we don't want a bunch of people saying they're going to show up and then go out and buy food for all those people and then nobody shows up. So,
or like what happened last time, we had like 3 people say they were coming and then 20 showed up. So
right. So we're trying to keep that to a minimum too. So what'll happen is you go sign up, you pay your $5, and then we will send you an email the day of with the room number.
And don't send this around to your friends. I know, not that it's the hot party, but if they want to come, great. If it's a last minute ad, shoot us an email, $5, whatever, but we do have to have some kind of advance notice. So
yes, and we're very sad that our friends Holly and Brian are not going to be there because they had signed up, they were coming, but they had something pop up, so they're not going to be there. So
next time
you will be missed. But I will say this, guys, pay attention to WDWParkhoppers.com.
It's turning the screen away from me.
I would be very cautious doing that.
Okay.
WDW Parkhoppers on Facebook and also Disney by the Numbers, because all weekend we're going to be doing a lot of live streaming, a lot of live casts, and rumor has it that Sunday we're going to be doing a live recording of Tony, myself, and Aljon and Kristen. We're all going to be sitting at a table with microphones. I'm sure Parkhopper Sid will be on it. I'm sure Robin, the person that creates these amazing T-shirts, is going to be there too. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a big time.
Oh no, Robin and I, we're going to be sitting back with cocktails, making faces at y'all.
Fair enough. All
right.
So a lot going on in the Disney community. The other thing is, guess what starts on Thursday?
It cannot be that time already.
It's that time.
We had this thing at work today. We're like, it's a few days till September.
Yeah.
Where did this year go?
It's blurring right by. Man,
it is. Amazing. So what starts?
Epcot's International Food and Wine Festival.
Yay!
We've already had the first Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party. on last Friday. And so that is the precursor for Food and Wine Festival. That starts, I believe that its soft open is going to be on Thursday and the full-on open is going to be on Friday. So we've been counting down the 30 days of Epcot's Food and Wine Festival. You can go to WDWParkhoppers.com and see we're counting down. We're on day 2 today. Tomorrow will be day 1, and then we're on. And
on like Donkey Kong.
On like Donkey Kong. And I'm debating. I've got a couple things. I got one big project that may keep me from. I want to go over to hang out with the soft opening. And if I can get that done, I'm going to be there on Thursday. But if not, I will certainly be around all weekend. So check that out.
All right. So if you hear a little clickety-clacketing, we left the studio door open today. And our producer, Harley, is coming in to check on us.
Yeah, our little Disney Beagle.
Yes. So, all right.
Last thing is...
Wait.
Yep,
oh, yeah.
Last thing is Labor Day weekend. And since everybody else is doing big sales, like car places and furniture places, we decided, why don't we throw a sale ourselves? And if you've not yet gotten a copy of the Disney Bucket List, now is the best time to get it, because this is the cheapest it's ever going to be. It's going to be $10, and that includes shipping. So $10, shipping is free. You can go to www.parkhoppers.com/Labor Day. And you can check that out. And you just have to purchase by midnight on Monday. Yeah, we'll go with that. Right? We'll go midnight on Monday. Well, that's Labor Day. That is. And then we'll also have those signed to their signed copies. So you can check that. All right. And you'll also be bringing them with you to Bay Lake Tower. So if you would like a very personal inscription. Okay, our producer just sat on her feet. We have a pillow down here, and he just went... So we will have them there. We will have Sharpies ready, and John will sign them for you right there in person. Absolutely, we'll be there. I'm actually going to, I screwed this up last time, so I'm actually going to do this right this time. So in the comment section, if you're watching this live, which, by the way, we do this live every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern time. You can come check us out and interact with the chat room. We've got several people watching. Thanks for taking time out of your busy day to hang with us and do that. Wait. Hi, Mom. Mom's in the house. Okay. Yay. All right, so. Wow. You really, Mom, this is for you. Jeez. Yay, Mom's in the house. All right. Go ahead, Ace. You want to read the next story? You want me to? I would love to read the next story. Okay, you mean the first story? Yeah, go ahead. Okay. So exciting. This is groundbreaking. This is absolutely, this means absolutely nothing to me. But for those of you that come to the parks and you bring lots of stuff that you don't want to carry around, maybe you're not one of the lucky people that has a stroller. Maybe you plan for everything and you just want your stuff nearby. Walt Disney World is switching to self-service automated lockers at the theme parks. So the guest lockers offered at Walt Disney World's 4 theme parks have been changed to self-service electronic kiosks that no longer require a cast member or physical keys. Asterisks. I'll get to the asterisks. A similar system is already in place at the Disneyland Resort. So if you go to Disneyland, you probably are familiar with it. Guests paying with cash and credit can go directly to the lockers to pay. So guests paying with gift cards or magic bands will still need to see a cast member. This is the asterisk. God bless you. Thanks. Gary Vaynerchuk doesn't sneeze on camera. I'm sure he does. Lou Mangella doesn't sneeze on camera. Lou, do you sneeze on camera? I don't know. All right. So if you, as we were saying, cash and credit card, straight to the lockers. Gift cards or magic bands, you still need to see a cast member at a nearby merchandise location. So I'm sure there'll be signs and they'll be pointing them around. The lockers are available in the standard size for $7 or the large for $10. Personally, I'm not sure what standard and large mean, so I'll have to look into that for you because I couldn't find a picture anywhere. No deposit is required anymore, where you used to have to put a deposit down. And the Disneyland Resort and the Walt Disney World water parks have already been utilizing this system, so you might be familiar with them already if you use the lockers there. So there you go. And what's interesting about this is they kind of snuck this in. I'm not sure. If somebody in the chat room knows, I am fairly confident that the lockers used to be like $3 and $5. I seem to remember putting a 10 down and then getting like a 5 back. And I think they just raised the price on it. Obviously, they raised the price because they're having to change out the lockers and put the electronic device in there.
Obviously, because Disney doesn't make money in any other way.
That is true, but I think this is good. Although I know it's going to be more helpful because a lot of people will go to the same place, to take care of their lockers. And there's usually only like 1 or 2 cast members there. So as far as expediency is concerned, I think this is good. Mm-hmm. But on the downside is you start to lose a little bit of that tactile. I'm talking to a cast member, you get a little less human interaction, and I'm not always 100% down with that.
Which is funny because he's the one that doesn't like crowds.
I don't like crowds, but that doesn't mean I don't want to talk to somebody.
Well, what are you going to do when there's 30 people hanging from the rafters this weekend at Bay Lake Tower?
I'm going to get like my 3 or 4 people, and we're going to sit there and go and chat, and I'll walk away when I need to walk away.
All right.
Wow, I didn't know this was going to be a counseling session.
How do you feel about that, John?
Yeah, fine. Totally fine. All right, next up is if you're a big fan of the My Disney Experience app, they've got a new upgrade for you that not only will bring the annual pass holder renewal option available to the app, so you never have to talk to another person again, but it also brings the dining plan and credit card tracking on your app. So last week, Disney released a new update for the My Disney Experience app for both iOS and Android, bringing a bevy of new features to the application. Walt Disney World annual pass holders now will be able to renew their passes on the app directly from the mobile device. This is super convenient. Mm-hmm. This is super easy. I hope that this does not mean that when they offer the deal of if you buy between these, 2 months out from your annual pass, that you'll get an extra month, or hopefully that'll kind of roll in and it won't be a problem there. Nice. Now, the big news, the big change, what's really exciting is guests using the Disney Dining Plan will now be able to track how many meal or snack credits they've used, how many are remaining. You can do that within the apps. Now, and for guests staying on property, you will now be able to track all of your purchases made using your Magic Bands.
It's a little scary.
It's a little scary, but it's only, and this is the crazy thing, it's only for guests staying on property. I do not understand. I do not know why, as a pass holder, they can't have a credit card on file.
Producer.
Yeah, I don't understand why they can't keep a credit card on file for purchases. I know that when I make a reservation, if I talk to somebody, they have a credit card on file.
Right.
So I don't know what the big deal is with having that available
to people not staying at the resort.
Oh, to pass holders.
Okay.
So what it is now, if you're staying for 3 days, 4 days, 5 days a week, 20 days, it doesn't matter. You have a credit card on file, and all your purchases can be done through that Magic Band. At the end of your trip, you're done. What's the big deal of just having that credit card that you have on file? Go ahead and track purchases. I would probably take that and use it on occasion.
Probably have to hire another dozen or 2 dozen people in a department specifically to handle credit card issues related to the Magic Band.
Sure.
Credit card expires. Somebody's got to call you and tell you it doesn't work anymore, yada, yada, yada. How are they going to track it? How are they going to make sure that when your credit card expires, you're not out there making purchases? Sure. There is a lot to it. We don't know. Maybe Disney has that in the works. That would be fantastic.
I just want the Magic Bands to, when I'm riding a ride that I was promised 5-6 years ago, when I ride the ride, it says "Happy Birthday" or "Have a nice day, John." We still can't get that.
You mean like the sign at Disneyland?
Yeah, something like that. We just can't seem to get that happening.
There's a big sign outside of Disneyland, and if somehow they find out, I don't know how it works, but I've had friends go there, and as they walk into the park, there's a big sign up above that says "Happy Birthday, Jen," and we're like, "Holy cow, that's awesome!"
Right. Well, if you go to that park down the road, ET actually says your name when you fly by. So I don't know what the big deal is. ET's been there for a long time. But to finish up, guests can download the update, which is version 4.8, directly from the iOS App Store or from the Google Play Store. So this is really good. I'm a fan of the idea, especially for people who are staying on property and trying to track your meal credits. That can become a little cumbersome, and it's great that you have that on your phone.
Absolutely.
That works.
All right, before we move on, let's say hi. Hi, David. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Beatrice. I didn't say hi to you, Victoria. So hello, everyone. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Yeah, and our buddy Michael Wolf, who watched last night for the Disney Parks show, is in.
Awesome.
So he's been messaging me. He mentioned a movie last night. We were talking about watching movies at Bay Lake Tower, because remember last year we watched the Disneyland thing.
Yes.
We were talking about what are we going to watch. And he throws this movie out, and I'm like, dude, that's not a Disney movie. Oh, dude, he schooled me.
What was it?
Oh, I can't even tell you the name
Michael,
of the movie.
what was the movie? Tell us. All right, he'll get there now.
Yeah, it was Dr. Syn, S-Y-N, a.k.a. the Scarecrow.
Okay.
It's a cool looking movie, but it's from the 70s or 60s, and I'm like,
those are some of the best. All right. This one's a little long, so sit back, get your coffee. For my Star Wars friends,
is this a coffee break?
For you. This is your coffee. Do you want to leave?
No, I'm just saying, this is a coffee break.
I wouldn't stand up. Your shorts don't match your shirt at all. All right. Disney and Lucasfilm have announced an unprecedented augmented reality. Remember that phrase, augmented reality, AR event for Force Friday 2. They're calling it Force Friday 2. We'll get back to that. Disney and Lucasfilm once again have using innovative technology to engage consumers are following the worldwide phenomenon of Force Friday from 2015. Now, if you don't know what Force Friday is a merchandising event. It's a big chance to get people out there and buy new stuff that has to do with Star Wars. And traditionally it's been one day, or it's been over the weekend, and it's been, yes.
Yeah, Force Friday 2 years ago was when Force Awakens came out, and what they did a 24-hour around the world, and they were doing it live on YouTube, and it was an unboxing of one specific brand new toy from the Star Wars line all around the world. They were doing these unboxings, and I think they started in Anaheim. I think they went all the way around. I think they ended here in the Magic Kingdom, and that was kind of cool. So
now, what about the Rogue One? So Rogue One had a Force Friday event in September of 2016. So the first one is September of 2015. Then we're up to September of 2016. This was when they announced the release of new toys in conjunction with the Go Rogue initiative, encouraging fans to create their own stories or skits in the Star Wars galaxy. So now, the asterisks, the quotes, all of that, this is called Force Friday 2.
Electric Boogaloo.
But it's actually Force Friday 3. Because we had Force Friday 2015, Force Friday 2016, and now Force Friday from September 1st to September 3rd, 2017.
Yep.
But it's weekend. Force Friday 2.
Yep. Dose. 2.5.
All right. So this is going to be called Find the Force. It is a global augmented reality event rolling out on Friday, September 1st, to commemorate the worldwide launch of new products inspired by Star Wars: The Last Jedi. It is considered a pop-up AR treasure hunt. It's a unique 3-day weekend event taking place September 1st through 3rd. More than 20,000 retailers around the world in 30 countries are participating. So using your smartphones, the existing Star Wars app. So if you don't have that app, definitely download it. If you have it, make sure it's updated.
Yep.
And consumers will have the opportunity to activate in-store augmented reality experiences featuring Star Wars characters, including fan favorites and some new surprises from the new film. So if you want to participate, you need to download the latest version of the app and then visit one of the 20,000 participating retail locations to find the in-store display that feature graphics containing the Find the Force logo. So you can scan the graphic using the app, and then it will reveal a character who through augmented reality will appear in the room. They will then have the opportunity to take photos, record videos, and share the experience on social media. So new characters will be revealed each day. So it's a 3-day run.
Right.
And there will be 15 characters in all.
Right.
So you pretty much need to go find your local Target or whatever it is. I don't know.
Right.
And just, camp out there, because there's going to be 5 characters over the course of each day.
Now, if you thought Pokemon Go was bad,
Woo.
This is going to be that times 10, because
it's going to be like Pokemon Go with lightsabers.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So I'm interested to see how this works out, because when they say we're going to be able to take photos. So can I take a selfie with Kylo Ren?
No, I have no idea.
Should be interesting.
If you're interested, visit starwars.com/findtheforce to learn more about the event, and you'll also get the list of participating retailers. The Star Wars app has a history of utilizing AR to engage consumers. So they've done this before with, BB-8 and K2SO and Stormtroopers and things like that.
Yep. Behind my shoulder, K2SO, BB-8. You don't have to show and tell. It's okay. That's BB-8.
There we go. BB-8.
BB-8.
He can sit right there. Don't roll away. There we go. Okay, and through the app, you can get a look at some of the new Porg characters in AR before the treasure hunt goes live.
Now, do you know anything about the Porg characters?
I don't. Okay, so this is where my geek card gets challenged. So at work, I am queen of the geeks. Like today was all about a Firefly conversation that led into a Doctor Who conversation, and then a conversation about Supergirl and what guy doesn't want to date Supergirl. Well, that was my office for 10 minutes today.
That is true. So do you know about the Porg?
Can I finish this?
Sure.
Okay. So before we get that far, Force Friday 2.5 begins globally at 12:01 a.m. on Friday, September 1st. And the movie opens December 15th.
Excellent.
All right. What is a Porg? Oh my gosh.
So I have a picture of the Porg here. Basically,
it looks like a platypus and a penguin and a owl had a baby.
Yeah, basically the Porg concept is kind of reminiscent of Ewoks. They're cute, they're lovable, they have big eyes, and they're meant to be purchased.
That looks scary.
Yeah, it's not let's just say that the Porg concept is either going to be awesome sauce or it's going to be, it's basically on the scale from Ewoks to Jar Jar Binks. You have, it's either going to be a super big win or a horrible fail. One of the two.
Don't mess with my Ewoks.
All right. So the last piece of news that we wanted to talk about could potentially be fake news. We talked about this a lot yesterday. I wanted to talk about it here because I thought that people in the chat room could probably come up with some better ideas. But maybe you haven't heard that there was a survey going around, and
supposedly
we're wondering about the validity of this survey. Now, a few months ago, a survey went around talking about a Star Wars hotel, and that came to pass.
True.
So this is why I'm very nervous about this survey. But
it's the options.
A survey went out that maybe potentially has revealed one of the names for Disney's Hollywood Studios, because with all the construction, the demolition, all the great things that they're doing, all the removal and bringing in at Hollywood Studios, it's not been a big secret that the park that used to be now no longer exists. It's no longer a studios-driven park. It's an intellectual property-driven park, and it's becoming even more so that. So
all we have left is the commissary. That's how it feels.
Commissary, yeah. So Disney has not, been keeping it a big secret. There's going to be an imminent name change for that park. Now, it started out as Disney's
MGM Studios.
Correct. And then it turned into Disney's Hollywood Studios, and the front gate of Hollywood Studios was actually mimicked over at Disney's California Adventure.
Yes.
Disney's California Adventure is about to get a big name change too. So with all this in the air, a survey, wink, wink, went out with some potential names.
Select guests.
With some potential names for Hollywood Studio. Wait till you hear some of these wonderful names, and then we're going to have a little challenge for you guys in the chat room. We're going to have some fun with this tonight. So what are some of the names?
You want to do the first one?
Well, yes. Okay, sit back, as Lou would say, or relax. Think about this for a name. Disney Kaleidoscope Park. Yeah? You feel that one?
I'm not feeling it.
Okay.
Well, wait, it gets worse. Disney Storyverse Park.
Hey, it's story. It's a universe. It's a universe of stories. Storyverse.
See, feels too much like, Fantasyland, Storyverse.
Well, I get it. There's several of these Imagineer kind of crammed together names.
Yes.
And you'll see what we're talking about.
Go to the next one.
I knew you wouldn't like this next one.
He doesn't. He hates this whole idea.
Lou Mangello doesn't have to deal with this. Harley, buddy.
His sister started it.
Harley.
Wow. You are going to get us in so much trouble.
I'm telling you, Lou doesn't have to deal with this. The next name on the list is Disney Hyperia Park. Now, if that name sounds kind of familiar, Hyperion Street is the road that the studios is on. Hyperion Press, Hyperion Publishing is the Disney book line. So Hyperion is a name that is associated with Disney legend, which is great. However,
it's not Hyperion Park.
It's Hyperia Park, which makes no sense.
No.
Go look Hyperia up and see what you find. Go ahead.
All right. Disney Beyond Park. Disney Beyond. Beyond what? Now I can imagine that maybe Tony and our friend Robin like this because they're huge Buzz Lightyear fans. To Disney and beyond.
It's Disney Beyond. I just can't do that. Next is another mashup name, which is also an English version of the name of a theater they just closed over at Disneyland Paris. Disney Cinemagic Park. Cinemagic. Now, my problem with this, I said this yesterday, my problem with this is it's too close to Cinemark, the theater chain.
Yes.
Cinemagic. Welcome to Disney Cinemagic Park.
Well, wait, I'm going to do the last one then, because we have Disney Cinemagic
right.
and Disney's Cinemagine. Jazz hands. Yeah, no.
Next, we have the dumbest name.
The next two, not the dumbest.
Not the dumbest. This is the second dumbest name. Disney's Legends Park.
It feels like it should be a cemetery for where they bury all the Disney legends.
If we were to do a Disney Legends Park, now watch this. We're gonna get you really excited about this. If Disney were to announce tomorrow we're building a fifth park. And what we're doing is we're building a fifth park based on all of the attractions that have been removed. Mm-hmm. Classic attractions that you've all loved over the past. Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, Horizons, Kitchen Cabaret. All of those attractions that you know and love, near and dear to your heart, from all across the Disney.
Captain EO,
the theme parks from yesterday. That would be called Disney Legends Park. That makes sense. This does not make sense.
You realize they could put the Great Movie Ride there.
They could put the Great Movie Ride. While they're tearing it to shreds, they could just move it over to that park.
Last one.
Dumbest name on the planet.
Disney XL Park. Extra large? Just said XL. Extra large? Extra long waits? Extra, I have no idea. Extra lame? I have no idea what they're trying to say here.
Extra lame.
Wow. Water. I swear.
Get a little sassy. What's your shirt size? Extra large. What kind of seat do you need? Extra large.
Oh, we're going to send you over to the new park. What park is that?
XL
the extra
park.
Large park?
It's the park for fat people, everybody.
Wow. All right. So I see you didn't add too much to my list. We had some suggestions.
So here's where we're going to play a game.
We're going to play a game.
What we're going to do in the chat room, we want to know your thoughts for...
Ooh.
That's right. Michael's already beaten us to the punch. We want to know your thoughts in the chat room.
No, Holly.
For
water. I promise.
For a name that you would like to change Hollywood Studios to. We've come up with a few tongue-in-cheek versions, and then we'll probably give you a couple of legit names here in just a second.
All right. So first, Victoria, to answer your question, the one you hear barking is a beagle. So his sister is part pit bull, part Shar-Pei, and she's afraid of heights, so she won't come upstairs.
Right.
So, and you have a hot dog. Oh, I want a dachshund. All right, there we go. I'm trying to answer questions as we go.
Yep.
So, first one, not for sure this is my favorite.
No, I think the second one's my favorite. Go ahead.
Well, then do you want to do the first one? Because
yes, we're going to call
this was my list.
This is the theme park that nobody knows what the hell to call it, so it's going to be called Disney's Schizophrenia Park. If you don't love this park, you're crazy.
He's been working on that all day. All right. We're going to get a little serious here. We're going to medically diagnose the park. This is Disney's Dissociative Identity Disorder Park. Thing doesn't know what the hell it is.
Where am I? What are we doing here? What is this? Oh, Star Wars. That's great.
Today it'll be Star Wars Land.
I'm Tomorrowland. No. I'm Indiana Jones. As long as they keep that around. Oh, that's pretty good. This is another good name. Okay. I think that since Disney's putting everything in there except this, we might as well go ahead and call it Disney Kitchen Sink Park. That's a pretty good one too.
All right. And
I love this last one.
The one I just added?
That was pretty good.
Well, you just reminded me. Disney's ever-evolving park. It's never quite there. It hasn't grown up quite yet. It's Disney's ever-evolving park, and that will be the name of it.
Yep.
Deep for short.
Deep.
I'm going to deep.
Ever-evolving.
Oh, dear. He's trying to make
if we could find a R, then it could be derp. It's Disney Dirt Park.
All right. So, and then he's just reminded me. So we have Star Wars, and we have Indiana Jones. So it could be. What could it be? You can say it?
Harrison Ford Land. Don't ride the plane ride.
Don't ride the plane.
Doesn't go well. It takes off good. Doesn't know how to land.
All right. Who do we have? What else do we have? Okay. No, we're not calling it. Go Disney's Yesterland Park. Thank you, Michael. All right. None of these are really names that live up to the Disney. We know that's
true.
That's kind of why we're making fun of them.
I've always thought that we legit names now. I think Disney should go with Disney Hollywood Land or Disney's Hollywood Adventure.
Mm-hmm. I like the Hollywood Adventure just because it is. It's TV shows, it's movies, it's interactive.
Yeah, there was an idea to throw it. Disney's Interactive or Disney Immersion Park.
Disney's Behind the Scenes Park.
Yeah, that's not bad. When it was
it's better than Disney XL Park.
That's right.
All right.
Disney's Imagination Playground.
Ooh.
So
definitely. Ooh, I like Hollywood. Thank you, Holly.
Yeah, Hollywood Adventure for the win. I agree, Stephen.
See, and this also could be Disney's very smart marketing campaign and their creative process. We're going to put out a bunch of names that we know
suck.
That
when we make the announcement, everybody will be going, that's awesome.
So we'll get the creative juices of the hundreds of thousands of people that love our parks and get online and get passionate about this, and they'll start throwing names out, and then we can pick a good name that they gave us because their people are tired and can't come up with squat.
Yeah, but if that's true, that really, we talked about this yesterday, that really sends a horrible message. But I think that this park has potential to be amazing, but this name thing scares me. And I think that they're gonna keep putting out these crazy names, and then when the real name comes out, I think all the Disney people who are just so grateful that they didn't call it XL will be like, that's the best name ever. But
it will be at least not the XL Park.
Right. The one thing that Tony mentioned.
Do you really think that's the worst idea ever? Or could it possibly be that Disney might be able to spin it? That, look, we're listening to our patrons. We're listening to our pass holders. You have a say. What you say is important.
No, they're not.
Wow.
They're not. Because if you look at the size of the ride vehicle for the Avatar ride, and then they haven't changed the ride vehicle for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. No, they're not listening to us at all. Anyway, Disney, Tony mentioned this yesterday.
Way to go, Disney.
How they don't often use the word park in the title. That's why he thinks it's fake news. Because the only park that they say park in is Magic Kingdom Park. And they only do that when we're using it in blog titles. And Disney, if you didn't know, was very strict on the nomenclature. So for Disney to say, call it a park, that's a big deal. They don't use park very often. So I don't know. What do you guys think?
All right.
Disney Hollywood Experience. I dig that.
Hollywood Adventure. Good with that.
Yep.
Snakes. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. All right, so guys, we appreciate you guys playing along. Thank you guys. If you're listening to this after the live cast, go ahead and leave us a comment. What's your favorite idea for a name for Disney's current Hollywood studios? What do you think they should call it? Maybe Disney will see it and they'll change the name for it. All right. Anything else you want to throw in?
No.
All right.
I think we're good.
We hope to see you this weekend at Bay Lake Tower for the Disney Parks podcast, WDW Parkhoppers, WW Tiki Room, Disney, Dining at Disney, Sorcerer Radio meetup, all those things. We hope to see you there.
Our poor banner is like,
that's right.
Huge. 2 houses long right now.
It's huge.
And we promise we'll wash the shirts before then.
And we want to make sure that you find us over on Facebook and Instagram at WDW Parkhoppers. And then visit us over at WDWParkhoppers.com. 4 parks, 1 world.
And everything in between.
Thanks for playing along, guys. Can't
Have
wait
a
to
good
see
night.
you. Can't wait to see you next week. See you later.